Hello fellas! In this series of videos I will showcase what will go into our next build, because I'm still waiting for something that's going to be important for the build. I cannot start really, so let's go first through the kit, which is from Hobby Boss and represents the F-105G Thunderchief. We have a top opening box, a sturdy one. The packaging is adequate. There are like 2 or 3 sprues in each bag, so that's good. So let's allow me to take those out of the bags and let's see what's inside. In this first bag we have the external fuel tanks split in half lengthwise with some additional wings. The panel lines are recessed, which we sort of expect these days. The second sprue comes with the armament. I may say that it is not bad, but definitely the details are somewhat soft, especially the panel lines on the rockets. So I think the rockets that I'm doing are going to be a nice upgrade. Other than that, we have pylons, which I will also do, and that's about it right here. The next bag contains some more spicier things, although most of them will be replaced anyways, but still. Now we kinda can judge the size of this model by the engine portion of the fuselage. We have some tires, the instrument panel, which for an injection molded kit looks quite good, nice details, and it can be done nicely out of the box. The seat cushions have molded in belts. The sides, these I guess are some sides of the nose gear bay. We have some details here, the ceiling too. So all in all, not a bad kit detail wise. The exhaust nozzle also gets its very emblematic petals, if that's the word. We also get the landing gear and many other smaller items. Next we have many engine related details. We can have a full engine, although it may need some additional details added so it can faithfully represent the real engine. It is a very good start and it can look very nice with the engine exposed. We here also get the cannon details, but those are kinda really not that great. It's gonna be a big boy, no doubt about it. Here we have the transparencies. I'm not going to take them out of their bag in order to protect them from scratching, but from what I can see, they look good. There is a little bit of flash here and there, but nothing major. Something that we can expect from Hobby Boss. In general, it looks good. Next up are the 2 fuselage halves with molded in intakes. The cockpit stub, another instrument panel, bulkheads, the nose cone, and some other small bits and bobs, mainly within the cockpit. We have some molded in detail in the cockpit sides, which for many will be sufficient, to be fair. Can be painted to a nice finish. The other instrument panel looks quite nice as well, and the side consoles are not that bad either. There is some piping on the back of the intake, which I will assume is visible through the gear bay. Maybe it's even part of the gear bay. The fuselage have some nice, somewhat crisp, not too big, not too small panel lines. There are some rivets on the side of the panel lines, which I think is a fair amount. Also, we have some raised strengthening plates, which is always a good addition because it adds a lot of volume. The gun bay can be posed open. We can also pose the refueling boom in deployed position. As you can see, here we have the assembly for the tail, and it looks quite chunky. As usual, it is with Hobby Boss. We have chunky location tabs, and they're usually not bad to assemble. Next up, we have one small sprue containing the tail and some parts of an ejection seat. Again, riveted, nice panel lines. I have heard online that there is a shape issue. I really don't see anything. I'm not an expert on this aircraft, and I wouldn't care to get that deeply involved with it. Race kit offer a replacement, but since I had to choose 5 items, I decided not to get the tail and to get other things. The last bag is containing wings, pylons, and some other bits. We have the top part of the wings. Actually, no. These are seemingly two identical parts. Left and right wing, almost identical. Of course, they cannot be really identical, but still look identical. Sprue B and Sprue C. I will take a look just at one of them. The other is mirrored image. Again, on the wings we have nice details, some raised panels, strengthening plates. There is some detail inside the gear bay, but not really something to write home about. There are these aerodynamical elements. I don't know what they're called. Flaperons, flaps, speed brakes, spoilers. There are a whole bunch of items that can be. We have the horizontal stabilizers. Everything is nicely done. I think it is mid of the range type of manufacturer, and this is absolutely sufficient for us as modelers to create a good looking model. I think the decals, we cannot see their full colors without opening the bag, so that's what I'm going to do. I don't know about you, but I always struggle opening these nylon bags with scissors, so what I do is open them with the scalpel blade. The decals are nicely covered with a protective sheet, taped with masking tape on both sides, which is a nice touch. what I do in these cases, I cut just one. What we have here is nice and colorful decals, a lot of service stencils, some for the rockets, actually a lot for the rockets, and the nice thing here is that it is all labeled. Here we have for the AGM 75 standard arm, the AGM 45 Shrike. That's cool. We have the sealant imitation on the canopy with decal. We'll see how this will work. And also some not that bad looking instrument panel decals, although we can do a lot better. I cannot see any image for the manufacturer of these decals, so I will assume they're something made in-house. How they will behave, I don't know. The carrier film is thin enough that I cannot really see how close the carrier film is cut to the actual graphics, but as I said, this will be something that we'll see quite deep into the build. Also important, of course, are the instructions. Bad instructions can lead to a very bad experience. It is a tiny booklet. We have one page with the sprue layout, and then we go in straight into the cockpit. Not much really. There is the engine assembly with the engine and the nozzle. That would be great to detail and exposed opened, but not what we're going to do. Then we have the cannon and the refueling boom assembly, which is followed by nose landing gear and the gear bay. Then we do the tail section of the fuselage and the undercarriage on the main gears. Then the fuselage halves get together, the wings get assembled, some small bits and bobs with the tail end of the fuselage and the tail and the nose, and then assemble the undercarriage and finally place the canopies and the petals on the exhaust. Oh, and then we have a weapon loadout, which is interesting. I am not exactly sure how true to the real situation this loadout is. I will find out on the internet or somewhere else. The markings and camouflage options. Here we have one of those, which suggests that the interior of our gear base should be painted in yellow chromat. The other one we have here is a silver bird, which I'm not going to do. I'm going to do this camouflage version. I will do some research on what this aircraft role was. I'm hoping it is a weasel, so we'll see. So fellas, that's it for today's video. In the next video of the series, we will take a look at the accessories and replacement parts that I have for this model. See you next time!